basically kind of like a video journey of my crypto assets journey. I am a beginner crypto trader. I've only been involved for a couple of years. But since I personally got involved with what's called the I Am Academy. This is what you see on your screen right here. And this is one reason why I'm on YouTube, so I can share about it, right? So if anybody is interested. Actually, I'm going to put the links in the description below. Let's see here. Okay. There you go. If you're interested. See if it works. Okay, yeah, so the links are active inside the chat. All right. So this is basically, I'm just a beginner. I'm just basically sharing with you, because I know sometimes as I've been going through my own personal crypto journey, I found that a lot of times the top professionals don't really simplify it for the beginner. Sometimes it can be so overwhelming. There's so many things to learn, right? So this is just me sharing with you what I've learned, and I'll try to share with it in a very simplified way. And basically what I'm doing is I have to better my knowledge. I've joined the I Am Academy, which is what you see on your screen right now. This is, if you were in the I Am Academy, this is what you would see, right? And so I'll just run you through, and we're going to look at. I'm going to share with you where my view on the charts and stuff like that. But I just wanted to share with you what's available to you inside the Academy. Now, you can basically, there's a couple different ways to join the Academy, depending on what your situation is. I like to kind of all or nothing kind of person, but you can either get 3 academies, right? You can get 3 academies, or for $275 a month, okay, with like Forex, HFX, and DCX, like the digital. So if you know what Forex is, if you're interested in that. HFX is something I'm learning, and my mind is just being blown by it, and I'm not even anywhere with it yet, but I'm so excited about it. A lot of people are doing really well trading there. But if you're just a beginner and you just wanted to do just one academy, that would probably, and you're interested in crypto, the digital assets, these 2 right here, will probably be the one to go. That's about $175 a month. And then let me show you, so you get basically an exchange version. So let me share that with you. Exchange version. So I think I've already completed this one, but I'll show you how it works. So if you were to join, you would get the digital assets. If you did all 3, you of course have this. But this is what it looks like. You get a handbook and a very organized system that you can learn the fundamentals, right? And it really takes you step by step. Very simple, right? Very simple, right? And so you can see I've already been through this particular academy. This is the Digital Assets Exchange Academy right here, right? So I'm just can just kind of sharing with you all the different, look at all those different lessons, right? Okay, now let's go back to the academies again. I'm currently working myself through, personally working myself through the DCX, the leveraged version, right? So I have an account I'm going to share with you. This is an account that I'm currently working with. I have $1,000 in this account. My goal is to run this account up to where I'm trading with over $1 million US, because one of my mentors, I watched $1 million traders, and I can get 10% gains, a lot, and I've made a lot of mistakes, but I feel like I'm just excited and grateful, because my goal is to run this account up to where we're trading with $1 million, and a 10% profit on that is going to be $100,000, and that's going to be great. Okay. But let me share with you the academy. So this is the leveraged. You get a handbook, digital handbook, right? And then this is how go ahead and got to click on it to go further. Let's see. So this is what it looks like right here, the leveraged version, right? So I'm currently working myself through this. I'm not through this one yet. So I do know about margin and leverage, but because I've been studying it before, but this is really, you can just kind of see, you can see how you just get all these lessons like that. It's really amazing, right? Now that's just one thing of it, right? One part of the academy. Another thing that I love, right? Let's just say you get like a live training, right? So live training. These are the different academies. Okay, so I have the elite version, it's the DCX, the HFX, and the FRX. That's Forex, high frequency trading, digital assets. So just to say, let's click on in here. Let's see what's going on in here. Look at all these lessons, right? These are scheduled weekly trainings. So I've joined one separate Patreon from one crypto trader that I really respect, and it's totally worth it. But this, say for example, say you got the elite package, $275 a month, or if you just got the just one digital assets, just this one, $175 a month, you get access to over 200 different educators, right? Over 200 different educators, and with schedules like this. Now, these are Sunday through Saturday schedules, and over here when they go live, like it's an odd time of night right now, no one's live at this moment, but they'll be right here. You can just click on the lives. I love just jumping in on live sessions when they're and learn. You can interact, right? Now look here. This is Swipe Coin Scalper Tuesday. Let's see, Sunday, what else is going on? Okay, so Swipe Coin is one thing. As a beginner, it's really helping me. It's preventing me from big losses, and then also too, it's helping me make more profits. Okay, so Swipe Coin. So I'm going to share with you where I'm at with Swipe Coin. Okay, so just sharing it with you now. This is Swipe Coin. I'm gonna refresh it. I'm just gonna log out and log in just to make sure it's refreshed. Sometimes I notice refreshing really helps. Okay, so this is Swipe Coin. So this is the thing. So if you follow these signals, and you have to use a little, what I feel like I use what trading information that I know, I put it together, and I get extra confirmations with Swipe Coin. It really helps me. So look here at this particular point here. If you bought right here, look at this. So these signals are really, I have seen them when professional traders online go against what these signals are calling for, and the trader gets stopped out, because this just kind of keeps it. I don't know how they do it, but it really helps kind of keep you in line. Personally, when I do, this is considered this is leveraged scalp trading that I'm talking about right now with this particular account that I'm going to be working on. It's currently Saturday night in the USA. I generally, from one of the educators that I talk to, I found that the most, what they call the liquidity, there's the most money in the market. Usually like when all the banks are open. So like, so soon as like Sunday in our day, right, tomorrow around 3 o'clock my time, the Australian markets open up. Think about it. And then Japan, Tokyo opens up. Hong Kong opens up like 6 o'clock, right? London opens up at 11 o'clock at a.m. Or it depends on where you're at, they open up. Then finally Monday morning at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time, or Pacific Standard Time, whatever time it is, to be specific, check it out. But New York Stock Exchange opens up, right? So once you think about all these things opening up, all this money's moving around. There's a lot of money moves around a lot when when the big banks are open. Right now it's Saturday night. It can be a little iffy, but there can be some successful trades. So I keep my eye on it. I love following it. I'm really fascinated by the whole process of it. It's just it's exciting. I've been investing in it for a couple of years, but trading it for about a year, and I love it. I love the potential, and so just sharing this journey with you here, right? So let's take a little deeper dive into Bitcoin and Ethereum. Okay, just my amateur take on it. This is Bitcoin right here. This is Bitcoin on the weekly view, right? So each one of these candlesticks are 1 week, right? And these lines that I've drawn here is just my amateur attempt at drawing what's called spider lines. One of my mentors has a unique kind of a trading mentors has a unique way of what he calls spider lines, right? And so you can kind of sometimes, if you draw it right, you can find support, what they call support and resistance, where the price comes up to and comes down to a lot of times, and kind of hovers around where the price. So these lines can kind of tell us that, right? So look at this. That kind of did do it right there. Look at this line here, really kind of, you can see how it kind of hit it right there and then went down, right? Then you can kind of see this line here's kind of paying. You can kind of see that, and then this line here, it's hovering around here. So it just kind of gives you an and the thing is too, when it comes to any other coin, I'm personally, my strategy, and everybody's different strategy. Make your own decision. I'm not a financial advisor in any way. I'm just a beginner and just sharing with you about the I Am Academy. But my personal strategy is to do about 50% of my crypto portfolio to be Bitcoin and Ethereum, and then 25% to be kind of like the good ones, like Polkadot. I'm into that one, right? So Polkadot, and then and that whole thing, and then 25% could be more like high risk. Like I missed out on the Doge because a lot of the people that I listen to, they, it was a meme coin and they didn't like it, and so I shied away from it. But there's another one out right now that another meme coin. It's a, we'll see what happens, but like 25% into those kind of things, right? So let's just look at this. And a lot of these, everything seems to, almost 90% of all cryptocurrencies seem to revolve around Bitcoin, right? So let me share this little these statistics with you here. Just as a beginner, this is good to know. There's a couple of different places to look up prices on cryptocurrencies. CoinGecko.com is one. And then there's another one, but let's see. But let's just look at this one right here. So market. So this is an important number. Okay. So just so so let's look at all the currently, according to CoinGecko, there's about 9,472 coins. Now I know that sometimes there's more than that, because there's some that don't even make the cut to get on this list, right? But think about that. Over 9,472 different coins. That's a lot of coins, right? And so that's a lot of things to go around. And what's important for us to know as a retail investor, I feel like, is the market cap, right? So the market cap right now is about 2.2 trillion, right? I remember looking at this when it was under 1 trillion. So right now, think about that. I was watching this before. It was 1 trillion. There's a big difference between 1 trillion and 2 trillion, right? So right now it's just over 2. So we'll see what happens. Now, from what I've heard, and you got to go off of what you believe, but what I believe is potential. Doesn't mean it's going to happen, but what I believe is potential, what I've heard from educators, is that this market cap could go above 20 trillion, right? So if that goes above 20 trillion, that's a 10x, right? So think about that. So think about that. So now that's possible. This is as amateurs, this is what we should know. If that's possible, 10x, right? Say if everything on here 10x, some things are gonna maybe 3x, some are gonna 10x, some are probably gonna 100x, some are gonna 1000x. So if Bitcoin at 47,000 10x, that would be about 470,000 Bitcoin. So that's possible one day. That's well within what we hear a lot of, right? If Ethereum 10x, if you believe that's possible, and I do believe it's possible, 10 times 3,400, that's going to be about 34,000 for an Ethereum. I believe that's very possible. So if you didn't, it doesn't mean it's going to happen, but I believe that that's very possible. So nobody knows when it could go down to 1,000 before it goes up. Nobody really knows, but that's what we speculate. So if that's true, so I'm doing what I can to, And I was funny earlier today. I was playing. Have you ever heard of Rich Dad Poor Dad? Have you ever heard of Rich Dad Poor Dad? So Rich Dad Poor Dad is he's on YouTube. Robert Kiyosaki. Check him out. And he has this board game called Cash Flow, right? So if you ever look it up, it can teach us a lot about money and getting out of the rat race where our passive income surpasses our bills. So once you have income from your assets or your whatever that's generating income passively and it exceeds your monthly bills, then you're out of the rat race, right? So these kind of deals, stocks, crypto, gold, buying assets is one way to get ourselves out of the rat race, right? So these are actually kind of considered small deals. Buying one Ethereum, $3,400. That's a in the rich dad poor dad game. That's like a small deal, but that's a great deal, right? If you bought one right now, 3,400, and it went up to 34,000, that's a win, right? That'd be a win. So it's just not saying that it's going to do that, but I feel like it's very possible. So let's just check this out a little bit more, okay? So, and as I said, I'm not really looking for a leverage trade at the moment. I'm kind of hoping that I don't get on one because unless it goes the right way, because the weekends is considered riskier trading. And I have made a lot of mistakes in the past and blown a couple of accounts, and just now I feel like I'm more responsible, and I feel like I know better. So that's why I'm journaling this and sharing with you my journey. So win, lose, or draw, but the goal is to be a successful $1 million trader. Taking this account, this is what I really want to do on this here. You'll see trades here. So if you look here, each one of these contract sizes, when you trade Ethereum, and I currently like to trade Ethereum, each one of these contract sizes is one contract size is $15. So say if you're trading, so I have $1,000 here, right? So I have a max. Let's see here. I had 200. Okay. So I have a max 186 contracts, right? So that's just the basics of it that I could go with that. So this times 15 is about that. So look at these contract sizes. Okay, 28,000 contracts. You're going to see some large contracts in here. Let's see, what's some more? Look at these contract sizes. Look at this. This is just fun. I love just watching this. This is just fascinating. These contract sizes are huge, right? So 202,000. Look at that. Contract sizes. What is that right there? And that's what we're going for right there. That's my goal. So let's just say 200,000 times 15. That's a $3 million trade. Now that's what I'm talking about. That's what I want to. That's my goal, right? Is to trade like that. Have a 200,000 contracts, right? And so, God willing, it's going to happen. So this is my journey. I'm sharing this with you. Got to do it one deal at a time, one small deal at a time, one step at a time, right? So doing what we can to get there, bringing in the cash different ways. Thing is, you just it's one deal at a time, right? It's just one deal at a time, right? Now I'm really using this swipe coin. This has really kept me in line from having any large losses, just following along. And I trade more of the Ethereum. I feel like I get more bang out of my buck on the Ethereum. And I also have one other account that's just a spot, but I haven't really been trading it. Sometimes they teach us to buy and hold. So I'm tempted though to spot trade that, because I'll sell, put it in cash, and if the price goes down, go for a buy. But that can be risky too. So leverage trading and just spot trading, you want to make sure want to make sure you're doing it right. So we'll see how that goes. I'll keep you posted on that because that could be very beneficial. I mean, I've seen. I wished I would have sold my Ethereum when it was up to 3,800. Look, Ethereum has been up to 3,800, right? Look at this. So this is as far as it goes back, but it's been up, but now it's about 3,400, right? So, okay. And then what's too fun sometimes do is I like to put they call Bollinger Bands. This, as this expands and increases, price will sometimes, once you'll learn how to access that. But that's kind of fun. I like to watch that. It's not basic, but it's something, it's, I've seen some people love them. I've grown to, I utilize them. So let's see, Patsy RSI. This is another one that's really good. One of my biggest mentors really watches when you're scalp trading, watches the 15-minute and the hour stochastic RSI, right? So this is Swipecoin, right? And then there's training on how to use Swipecoin. I'm still getting in here. I'm not getting the most out of it. And I'm pray to God will be, right? So we have a lot of training. If you're interested in finding out about this university, just the Digital Assets Academy alone, if you just want to join that one, it's $175 a month. If you want 3 academies like the Digital Assets, the Forex, and the HFX, high frequency, which is some crazy, great stuff, and I'm just scratching the surface on it, is $275 a month. And either way, we get access to over 200 different educators, right? Over 200 different educators. So that's that. All right. And then I'll go back, and then I'll just give you my little take on BTC. So, well, at first I start here because, well, this is ETH, okay, and it's in a buy right now. So it's currently in a buy. I'm not going to go against it. I'm not in a leveraged. I'm just in spot right now, which means I own Ethereum and I own Bitcoin, but I'm not in a leveraged position right now. But I am on spot, and it is in a buy. So my hope. So let's just look at Ethereum. Okay. Well, actually, okay, yeah. Let's look at Ethereum because this is what I really, one of my stock people that I watch that was in Bitcoin. Actually, this is kind of as a respected trader on stocks a lot. He took all his Bitcoin worth and put it into Ethereum because he thinks there's going to be a bigger return on Ethereum. So say, for example, if Bitcoin's 47,000, if it goes to 100,000, by that time, Ethereum is currently 3,400, could go to, maybe 12,000. So it could 3 times, whereas when Bitcoin 2 times, right? So I'm really focusing personally on Ethereum because I like it. I think it has a lot of use. I think a lot of governments are going to be using it. So I'm really watching it, and I'm going to trade it down and up because it does have a lot of swings. Look at this is Ethereum on the weekly view. Look at this. It went up like that, and went down, and then now we're here. Now, this is what some people would call a possible cup and handle, right? Cup and handle, right? So what a lot of us that are holding it are hoping that it's going to go here and then it's going to go up, right? But what it could happen is nobody knows. It can go here and it can drop down to, maybe under 2,000 again and then go up. Nobody knows. But it looks really, let's see how it looks. So there it looks like money's currently kind of going down, but that's on the weekly. So let's bring it down a little bit. Let's go to the daily, right? So this looks nice. So this is each one of these candles is a day, right? So that's kind of nice right there. You can kind of see. And then what I'm learning is there's some basic tools we can have that kind of tell us where things are going to go. And there's other what they call moving averages. These different streamers are different. Like the white one, right, is a 21 day, right? So there's actually 5. A 21 day, and I'm still learning about this. There's a 21 day, what they call a moving average, a 50, an 80, 100, and a 200. There's more than that, but that's the ones that what I'm learning about that I've been watching. And when they cross, a lot of things. But the thing is it's in the past. But sometimes people use it to try to speculate on the future. But Look at it. It's been a good few days right there, right? These are days. Each one of these are days. So since the last 4 days, look, it's been up it's been heading up for 4 days, but it is kind of cooling off. It's the weekend. So it's kind of not as much volume, right? Because all the banks aren't open, right? So this is on the day. This is on the 12-hour, 6 and 3. So I like to look at the 3. I have kind of my own personal 3-hour, 30-minute, 3-minute strategy. So when I'm spending a lot of time on it, I'll scroll around all of them to get a feel for it. But I like to look at the 3-hour and look at it. Looks like it's cooling off, right? So it looks like it's trying to look at these. It's like but you know what? It's trying to go green right there, right? So let's see what these. So we'll see. We'll see. It doesn't look totally exciting for to go in long right now, but I'm not trying to go long leveraged right now. I'm just kind of following it. If I see an opportunity, I'll take it, but I don't really see one just for me personally right now. Like I say, I am holding it, and that I'm excited about. I'm trying to build my businesses so that I can buy more of it. I want to accumulate more Ethereum and more Bitcoin. I really love the assets, and I'm holding it inside of one of my companies as an asset, right? And that is the way a lot of the people are doing it. So you have a company that you've created, you have your LLC, you have your tax ID number, and then you buy the asset under the company. Talk to your accountant, but that's one of my strategies right now. Okay. So I do want to buy. I wouldn't mind it dipping more so I could buy more, but whatever happens, happens. I basically dollar cost average the best I can. I buy, and I'm just trying to increase my income so I can buy more, right? And I trade when I can, right? A leverage trade. So this is Bitcoin. This is Ethereum on the 30-minute, right? Let's look at the 15-minute. Right there. It's like it's kind of cooling off. See what happened. 3-minute. It's like it wants to. It's getting a little juice on, right? But we don't know if it's going to tumble again. I mean, I don't know what it's going to do right now in the short term. So, but it can really pop when it wants to. So maybe it's going to keep popping. Okay. It is currently in a buy signal with the swipe coin. So I'm not going to go against it. But what I don't like is when Bitcoin is in a sell, because Bitcoin has such a strong influence. If Bitcoin is trading in this sell category right here, I'm not going to go long leveraged on Ethereum right now, but I wouldn't mind just buying some, like if I'm just buying some on spot, but I'm not doing that today right now. I'm just kind of looking at this, right? So let's look at Bitcoin. Okay, this is Bitcoin on the weekly. All right. This is on the daily. And these are just these purple zones are just something I was based on some educators that I was just pointing out some zones I just highlighted to keep in, because it does seem like they passing through that zone a lot. Look at that. So it held up here, and then it went down here, and kind of right here. So we'll see if we go up. See, this is right on the spider line right here, right? So is it going to get on top of the spider line and roll up? Sometimes it'll go here and then roll, like hold that line, right? Or it could drop down, and then it could act as a resistance, right? So is it going to be support or resistance? So a lot of things look like it could pump, but nobody knows. But I'm just like, I really stay close. Whatever this says, I'm not going to go against it unless just some miracle message happens, right? I'm going to stick with what this calls for. All right, this one right here. So this is Bitcoin on the daily. This is on the 3-hour. Let's look it up a little closer. On the 3-hour, look at this. So right there. Let's see what Market Cipher has to say about it. So let's see here. See, it looks, the 9 tells me that it's it's not real good for a long. So let's see here. All right, that looks, choppy, right? Kind of choppy. So 15-minute. Okay, this is on the 15-minute. So, let's see. And then this is on the 3-minute. I like getting up close. It's kind of real fascinating. I love to just look at what's going on. That's the 3-minute right there. That's kind of when I'm in a trade. A lot of times I'll keep it right there because it's not, the 1 minute is just so fast. You don't want to be a flopper and a groper where you just flip flop and like, it's going up, it's going down, it's going up, it's going, because it does do that a lot. Look at that, up and down, up and down, up and down. So the 3-minute is not quite as choppy, not as quite as flip floppy, right? But you can kind of keep a good eye on it. If I find that if I'm on the 15 minutes, sometimes I can't really, if I'm in a trade, I can't really see enough of what's happening, So I like it at least get up on the 3-minute. That's just because I'm really fascinated by it, right? Look at this. So if you look at this, will drive you crazy if you're, if you get too close, right? Let's see here. This is Ethereum right here on the 3-minute. It's interesting. So what's it gonna? And it's still registering buy, right? So is it gonna break this and go down? Is it gonna go up? See, Bitcoin is in a sell. So see, if this is in a sell, what this tells me, just as an amateur, this is going down. And if this goes down, Ethereum will be going down. Okay, that's just kind of seems the way it currently works until things change, right? So we'll see. We'll see. Oh, there you go. And it is kind of from this point here, 34.69. See, it has been dropping. So look at this little range here. So we'll see though how it holds up. It's right on the borderline. We're going the other way, but we'll see. But this swipe coin does really help me to stay in check. Right? Okay. All right. So that's basically it. So if you're interested in finding out about the Academy, so you have basically, if you're interested, right? If you're interested, this is what your back office will look like if you join the Academy. Here are the academies. You have Forex academies, high frequency academies, and digital assets academies, right? And these two, but I don't know anything about those yet. So I joined what's called the Elite. If you get the Elite version, you get all the Forex, all the HFX, and all the DCX. That's $275 a month. And we have access to over 200 different educators. If you just want the digital assets, you get the digital assets for $175 a month. And still over 200, I'm pretty sure it's over 200 different educators. There's many, many, many different educators. Live training, right? Look at this live training, right? Plus organized training. Your training is systemized. And so you can learn at your own pace. You go at your own pace. Look at, this is the back office. If you were to join the digital assets, you get a digital assets exchange version. So digital assets exchanges like buying on Coinbase or Gemini or Kraken or eToro or whatever. And then you have digital assets leveraged, right? So you get both of those academies for $175 a month. And these academies are where you can learn at your own pace, right? Learn at your own pace, right? So check that out, okay? So that's it, right? So that's awesome. I love it, right? Plus all the live stuff, right? Plus all the live stuff. So one last look at Swipecoin. Let's see here. So what is Bitcoin gonna do? I wish it wasn't in a sell, but let's have to take another close look at it. Let's one last look at Bitcoin before we go. This is on the 30-minute. It is. I like the way that this stochastic RSI is pointing up on the 30-minute. Let's look at the 45-minute, pointing up. The 1 hour It looks nice on the 1 hour, 2 hour. Good possibilities. 3 hours pointing down. 15-minute looks a little, well, that could be good. Could work out. You never know. So we'll see. But this will be my journey. I will keep you posted on my victories and my losses. I want to be transparent about it. Every trader has wins and losses. The thing is if you do it right, you have a lot of wins, and that's how we get ahead, right? One deal at a time, one trade at a time, one crypto asset at a time. This is the Bitcoin on the 3-minute, 10-minute. Let's see here. Has potential. So we'll see. So if you're interested in joining the academy with me, just click the link inside the chat or if you go inside the description of the video, you may have to copy and paste the link, but the links are inside the description and then we can learn together. I'm an amateur. We can just go on this journey together. My goal is to trade this account with $1 million US successfully. 3x it, trade with a $3 million trade, 10% profits. That's my goal. All right. I appreciate your time and your energy. That's going to be it for now. And I'll be back. I'll be back. I'll be back.